Yes! Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme and Unified World Heavyweight Champion of the World, Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on this cold as balls Saturday afternoon, getting close to Saturday, late Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening here in the Northeast. November the 29th, 2025. Thank you for watching this video on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Yes! 9. Ha, I made you wait. So, Killer of Demons 669. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down in my pants, otherwise known as the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. Leave a comment if you wish, but don't leave stupid comments. You know what happens. You get put in your place, get sent down to the Shadow Realm and Shadow Realm. Get sent down to the Shadow Realm. Satan and Ozzy will eat your soul. They will. Trust me on that. So, don't be stupid. Want to be stupid? Go to your stupid channel and do your stupid, boring as fuck videos there. Because you ain't going to do it on mine. Because we don't like that. We don't like that shit here. So, not going to act your age, then get out of here. So, it is what it is. That's that. And also, don't forget to tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you miss anything, you need to get slapped in the face violently. Because you're SOL. You know what that means. If you don't know what it means, you get slapped. You're going to get slapped again and again and again and again until you actually hit it. And that's all I got to say about that. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a nice, tasty, cold one. This is apple juice. I do have soda in the fridge. So we're pre-gaming before we get to Survivor Series tonight. So, grab your nice, tasty, cold one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You don't, get out of here. Or do what your girlfriends do best. Blow me. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. We move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday afternoon. Sun basically gone down right now. About to be dark pretty soon here in the Northeast. If you're on the West Coast, you still got some daylight to go. But it is what it is. We're counting down the days till the end of the year. We're pretty much a month and a day away. It's about 31 actual days left. About a month left. A full calendar month left. Till the end of the year, we start 2026. We're getting closer and closer till Christmas. And level 49. It's going to be great. So pretty much, almost 3 weeks away from Christmas, basically, level 49. So that's going to be a great time to be alive. Because, as we all know, Monday starts the greatest month in the world with the greatest people that celebrate birthdays. And Ozzy's is coming up pretty soon. That's going to be a sad 76th birthday for Mr. Ozzy, 77th birthday, I believe, for Mr. Ozzy Osbourne. Wish he was alive to see it, but we'll celebrate on my dad's birthday. You know, it's Ozzy, because I'm the adopted Osborne, as we all know. So we're gonna celebrate Ozzy's birthday. I think it's Wednesday. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna cry. We'll basically shed some tears and see what happens with that. And that's it. So, and then we got Lemmy's birthday coming up. Jesus Christ, the Lord coming up too, and a few other birthdays coming up. Chris and Maria from In This Moment coming up. Can't wait for that. As they get another year older, another year wiser and sexier. But excuse me. We move on with that. Alright, before we get to Survivor Series coming up in a couple hours, it is time. Oh, by the way, before we get to this video, as the title below says, check out my little bitty quickie video over on my Peter Joseph channel. We hit 1,000 subscribers earlier today. And even if it took 10 years, we made it. And now we're going to get to that next plateau. And we'll see what happens with that. But thank you all for subscribing to the Peter Joseph channel. And if you didn't want to, you still did. And if you didn't, you still don't watch. You do. Religiously, because you love me. And I don't love you. Some of you I don't. But everybody that does watch my videos, I love you. But for the people that watch me and don't care about me, and say my videos are boring and can't get through it, too bad, you still watched it. Thank you for the view, asshole. And we move on with that. So, check that out. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this soon-to-be late Saturday afternoon, November the 29th, 2025, thank you all for watching once again. My name is Peter Joseph. I am a content creator talking about the wonderful world of professional wrestling, or any other sport, because wrestling is a sport, music, movies, and anything else I want to talk about. If you like it, great. You know, get out of here. Go do your own garbage video. And that's that. My videos are epic, so. Because if you can't get through them, that's your problem. Next time, don't. And that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, on this Saturday afternoon, after 6 minutes of spiel and celebrating 1,000 subscribers, it is time on the Killer Demons channel for your late and kind of out of date WWE Smackdown review for last night, November the 28th, 2025. We are taped from the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, like we were the week before, but since it's Thanksgiving week, we got a tape show, just like NXT. And by the way, I read that the December 19th Smackdown is a double taping because it's Christmas week. So the 19th, they'll tape Smackdown, and I heard Raw was going to be taped at the same, not the same time, obviously, but the same night. Why would Raw be taped on a Friday? So I think the person that put that story up made a botch. So the 19th will be live. December 26th will be will be taped, and then I assume we're gonna go back live for the final Raw of the year, and that's gonna be December the 29th. And then the first live SmackDown of the year, January 2nd, is a 3-hour show. Back to 3 hours for your 3-hour cure for insomnia, Smackdown, or as we call it, Weltdown. And that's it. So, got a few more Smackdowns to go for 2 hours, and then we're done for the end of the year. And then we start off 2026 with a pretty huge show, January 2nd, as we start the new year, 2026. But before that, let's get to the go-home show before Survivor Series tonight. And as always, from the Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, our commentary team, as always, on Friday Night SmackDown, the legend that he is, Michael Cole and Corey Slave. Or Graves. I call him Corey Slave because he's a slave. He's a slave to Michael Cole, that's what he is. Michael! It is what it is. Alright, so we started off, and SmackDown was pretty mid! Last night, it was just pure garbage. I mean, there was a couple of good things, not much. Not much for the go-home shows. It feels like every go-home show, the WWE or NXT, well, sometimes NXT, not much, but WWE, Raw, or SmackDown, or even AEW, Dynamite or Collision, their go-home shows are pretty boring. Some are good, some are great, but others, why would you watch it? Or like Roman would say, why are we watching this? But when Roman religiously watches me, right, Tribal Chief? He does. That's why he's my Tribal Chief. And I'm his trusty minion, or whatever. I don't know why I said minion, but that's Athena. I'm her trusty minion. I'm just a fan of Roman. Yes, I am a actual fan, not fake like other people portray me as. Oh, you wish death on Roman! Yeah, that was like 2018. And then I apologized right when he came out with the leukemia thing in 2019, coming back. I was a fan. That's it. So, you can't say that, oh, you're a fan because of Issa. No! I didn't meet Issa till 2022, you fucktard. Go back in your hellhole. Or just don't open your legs. Vagina. Mouth. Huh. That's what these trolls do. They open their legs and shit comes out of it, you know? It doesn't come out of their mouth. Because they just open their vaginas, basically. That's what they have. They don't have balls. We'll talk about balls in a little bit with R-Truth. Oh, God. Anyway, we move on. Alright, so we start off Smackdown with an opening recap. Look at that last week's show, and the finalization of the women's Wargames match with the added ingredients of Taban, Becky Lynch, and that ass, AJ Lee. We got the women's advantage match coming up later on with Charlotte Flair against my first amazingly hot Asian wife, the greatest female wrestler of all time. You know it? You can't debate it, because she is. And that's my first amazingly hot Asian wife, Asuka! Nobody is ready for Asuka! Except my dick. Ha! That's religious. That's gospel right there, baby. Asuka, Katie, Io, and Mina! My Asian four-way. You gotta love it. And that's satire. That's that. Alright, so after that, we get we see Kathy Kelly, meeting up with Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah. She tells him that he's facing another mystery opponent because he was supposed to face Pentagon, or, somebody got injured. I forgot who. I think it was Pentagon, so they had a reshuffle. But in any case, not Pentagon, I forget who. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. He already faced Matt fucking Cardona. That was like about a week or two ago. Woo, 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 you blew that. Now he's facing another mystery opponent. That doesn't sit well with the man, as the tournament's starting to piss him off. Well, you're in it, so not that you're gonna win it, but that'll piss you off even more, right? Yeah. So he's basically telling Kathy Kelly, just say who I'm gonna drop with a BFT. Yeah! Then we get that. We're gonna find out his opponent in a little bit. But before we get to that, we get to the quarterfinals of the tournament. We're continuing on with the quarterfinals, as we're about to finish up the Smackdown side of the quarterfinals. We got the semifinals on Raw this week. I think the finals are actually going to be on SmackDown next week, or the week after that. I know it's before the 13th, because Cena needs at least a week to prepare in his little promo. So I think it's going to end, I would assume it's going to end next Friday, this coming Friday, I should say, on SmackDown, and then whoever wins is probably going to cut a promo on Raw or SmackDown the week after that, and then Cena's not going to say shit. Because we're not going to see him. We can't see him till tonight. And then, against Dom. And then next time we see him is in Washington, D.C., December the 13th. And then he's done. We're not going to see him until maybe a special appearance. Or maybe at Mania if he gets into the Hall of Fame. Most likely he will. So, because hi Steph. Stephanie's going in. I assume the next person going in is Cena. Because that make no sense. He has a retirement tour, put him in the Hall of Fame the year in. Or the year after. Because AJ's going to be retiring, I think, around the same time, so maybe they put Cena and AJ in. That would be nice. Not AJ Lee, but she should be in anyway. Put AJ Styles in. And then you put Cena in. But Cena's definitely going in, probably, at Mania. Who would induct him? I would say Triple H. No, maybe not Triple H. Maybe HBK. I wouldn't know who. Maybe, well, I would think maybe... I was thinking of his biggest rival, probably be Punk. Maybe Punk does it. But for Stephanie, I would assume it's gonna be, Triple H, her husband, Paul Levesque. Is Stephanie going into the Hall of Fame? Vince is gonna be there. I would assume they'll let Vince go to the Hall of Fame ceremony and WrestleMania. Or just the Hall of Fame. Just Stephanie, his daughter, is going into the Hall of Fame. And then he's gonna go in soon. Triple H by himself. No, wait. Triple H is there, I think, by himself, right? Could be wrong. I forget. Who cares? I don't even give two fucks about the Hall of Fame. How bad it is because they haven't put this lovely lady in. That's Miss Elizabeth. Hi, Liz. How you doing? Hi, Mr. Joseph. How you doing? You look great. I know. You look fabulous. Thank you. Oh, yeah! Don't talk about my wife like that! Okay, Randy. Now, Randy, be nice. Shut up! Hey, Randy, you be nice. How's your boy, Terry? Not him. Not Terry Funk. Not you, Sabu. I'm talking about Bolea up there. The Hogster, brother. Oh, he's doing fine. We're doing the Mega Powers, everything. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's great, brother. Okay, stop. Brother. And, that's not pretty much it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. But yeah, Hall of Fame, the WWE Hall of Fame is a joke as it is. Don't get me started. We move on. Alright, first match out of the gate in the quarterfinals of the last, the John Cena tournament on the Smackdown side. We got Alexander Rusev. Rusev smashed on a pussy. Yeah. He takes on the Yeet-Man, Jey Uso. And Jey takes like almost 10 minutes to yeet and finish. Anyway, match wasn't even that great. 9.5 minute match. Back and forth they went. Jey tries for a Superfly Splash and then dives right into a Machka kick. Ooh, it was brutal for a near fall. Locks in the Accolade. Fuck him in the ass and make him humble. But somehow Jey got out of it by grabbing the rope. How? I don't know. And then Rusev tries for another Machka kick, and Jey ducked it, hits a spear, followed by that Superfly Splash. 1, 2, 3, he goes to the semifinals, where he will face, I believe, who's he facing? Shit. Not facing Walter, obviously, because Walter's facing Solo. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be, I think it's Jey Uso and the winner of Eli Drake and the Mystery Man. I think that's it. I could be wrong. But in any case, the finals are most likely gonna be Jey Uso and Walter running it back from WrestleMania. Obviously. And Walter's gonna win. Beat Cena. Probably for the Intercontinental title, or they're saying Cena might beat Walter, which I think is ridiculously dumb. So Cena beats Walter, then retires as the champ, then they have this stupid tournament, another boring as fuck tournament, because Triple H is taking after Tony Khan with the lovely tournaments that we get, like the Continental Classic just started. Ugh. I mean, decent matches, some surprises actually, Kyle Fletcher beating Okada. Huh? Darby losing to Kevin Knight? Huh? Now, I think Claudio beat Orange Cassidy. I could have saw that coming. We had that. Moxley wins. I had a feeling Moxley was going to lose to Mascara Dorada. I was like, oh, if he loses, oh boy. But he won, so everybody in, and Pac won too. So we got that. So a couple of surprises, but, you know, nothing new with Moxley and Claudio winning. Claudio actually won the CMLL World title last night. What? Claudio? The Swiss is now the world champion of Mexico? See? That's pretty good. Congrats to Claudio. I don't think he's going to hold it that long, but I'd love for him to win the fucking Continental Classic. I want him to win it so bad. But you know who's going to win it? Takeshita. Because he's going to beat Okada in the finals to get the title. And he's going to have like four belts. Because he has the IWGP title. Then he's going to beat Tsuji, who is the global champion of New Japan. He's going to have 5 belts by January the 5th. That is great for Takeshita, who I think is the wrestler of the year. You have your own opinion, but my opinion matters the most. I think Takeshita has had a fabulous year. Fabulous year. Great feuds, winning the IWGP title, winning the G1 to get to the title, beats Zack Sabre Jr., and he's about to beat Okada. That's a hell of a year. And for the ladies, you're probably going to go with Mercedes. I'm going with Athena, because she's just gone on another monster year as the Ring of Honor Forever champion. And she's taking on Persephone at Final Battle. I mean, really? Persephone? God forbid she loses to her. Like, Persephone's the one in 1,000, almost 1,101. Come on now. Persephone? Really? No. No, it's not going to be Persephone. It's probably going to be Deonna Purrazzo. I keep saying Billy Starks. I've said it for 4 years now. It has to happen. One of them has to win, because Athena is basically the female Roman Reigns right now. It's just barreling through the roster and lapping it. Even the Ring of Honor roster, she's just lapped that. Beating people from CMLL, New Japan. Really has to beat Mercedes, really. She should have, in the Owen Hart Classic, should have beat her. It should have won the fucking thing. But they had to give it to that fucking slut. Oy. Let me move on. Alright, anyway. Alright, so Jey Uso moves on into the semifinals, and most likely he will win on Monday Night Raw in the semis. And then probably face Walter, who's going to face, I believe, Solo. That should be a hard-hitting match. Big, beefy man slapping meat. Let's see what happens with that. We move on. Match I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. It wasn't great, but it is what it is. Alright, then it's time to talk some balls. As The Miz, or The Jizz, begs Nicholas Aldis to put him in Sheamus'... Oh, that's right, Sheamus got hurt. That's why it was supposed to be, Jey Uso and Sheamus, which would have been an amazing match, but Sheamus hurt his shoulder. He's out for the tournament. Probably be back by back by the Royal Rumble. But anyway, so Miz wants Nick Aldis to put him in the tournament, and Sheamus' spot. And Nick's like, no, I just can't put you in. I have to, pick the ball, and, so he picks the ball, and he opens it, but we don't see what name is there, because R-Truth comes in, does another balls joke, talking about, I have to give you my American balls, and he's talking about British balls and stuff like that, and then freaking Nick Aldis is like, he's like, I respect your balls, I have nothing against your balls. Oh, God. The bathroom humor again. What is this, Vince McMahon writing this segment? Jesus. You're gonna talk about balls, or you're fired! Shut up, Vince. Go back to the old folks' home, you bastard. So anyway, Truth leaves, and while that was going on, Miz took the piece of paper in Nick Aldis's, in the ball that Nick Aldis had, basically, changed it to his name, and then Nick Aldis like, ooh, let's read it. I can't believe it! It's you! So Miz is like, I can't believe I won! I'm in! Didn't you lose Eli in the first round anyway? I forget who he lost in the first. I think it was Eli, I forget. But anyway, Eli Drake is going to take on The Miz to see who goes to the semifinals and faces Jey Uso. And then R-Truth on another stupid line. You just couldn't take my balls, could you? Oh, God. Gay! Vince McMahon wrote this segment. He's been writing the R-Truth segments. It can't be just R-Truth just like saying, oh, I'm going to talk about balls. Oy. Moving on. Anyway, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. It's just ridiculous. Moving on. Alright, then we got Poppy Priest, somebody better than R-Truth. Poppy Priest doesn't know what Aleister Black and the lovely Salina are talking about with making him break his code. What code? Not zip code, but anyway. And then, speaking of Selena, or Sindel from Mortal Kombat 3, Selena comes in looking mighty fine, starts mocking him, and talks about another match with her hubby, Mr. Black, is teased, and then she leaves. We see a little, like, flash of light, and we see Aleister Black just appear like he's like Bray Wyatt per se, or the Wyatt Six, you know, Bo Dallas and Uncle Howdy and stuff like that. So, we see that. Then, Mommy! Rhea Ripley comes in to have a little mini reunion between Mommy and Poppy, the Twin Towers, or the Towers of Terror, or whatever they're called. And basically she says, well, I gotta, talk to Charlotte before her match with Asuka, but when I'm done with that, I want to come back, and I got an idea to run by you. I wonder what the idea is. If you see my short, you know, what idea is that, Mommy? Trying to get in Poppy's pants? Buddy Matthews might have a thing to say about you. You might have some explaining to do. And Poppy, you got some explaining to do too, because you've been bagging Lola Vice, you bastard. I mean, there's nothing wrong with two grown adults wanting to bang. I mean, but, you know, life on the road, you get lonely. You need some, you know, guys, you need that pussy, and then women, you need some dick, you know. What are you gonna do? That's the life of a wrestler. Can't fight the temptation. You see hot chicks every freaking night. What are you gonna do? Don't give up free pussy. That's what you do if you're a wrestler. Or if you're a human being, too. But I digress. Alright, so we got that. So we'll see what this idea... I don't even know if we're going to find out what idea that Mommy Rhea Ripley has for Poppy. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we get to the celebration of our Madam President, Chelsea Green, the Women's United States Champion. She's with Alba Fire to do this big celebration. She has a lot of pyro going on. She wants to address her Patriots. Patriots. Oh, New England's gonna be pissed. If you're a Patriots fan. They're gonna kill the Giants on Monday Night Football. Kill them! The Patriots gets red hot right now. I am shocked that they're number one in the NFL. Well, not the NFL, the AFC. Who knew? Who knew that, Mike Vrabel, you know, the head coach, I think he's going to be coach of the year. You know, people saying freaking Kyle Shanahan. Yeah! Right. Kyle Shanahan, the coach of the year on a team that's 8-4 right now. I think Mike Vrabel, if he doesn't even get to the Super Bowl, he should be coach of the year. I don't think they're going to get... maybe. Because KC ain't getting there. Not this year, Mahomes, you fucker, and Travis Kelce. You bitch. Hopefully they don't make the playoffs. I don't want them to make the playoffs. I don't. Because then I have a feeling that Chiefs are going to wake up. I hope not. They're 6-6 this year now. That's bad. They lost to the fucking Cowboys on Thanksgiving. I mean, really? The Cowboys, them boys! And it was almost worse. They almost lost to the Giants earlier in the year. Ha! Although, that would have been really embarrassing. The Niners blew them out. Because of the Niners, the best team in the fucking league. The greatest team in the league. Not the best, but they're the greatest. Because your team sucks. Anyway, so she wants to address the Patriot Hots as the new Women's U.S. champ. Thanks to fans, brags about her success. And wants her pyro to go off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then Jade Cargill comes out, pissed, with her Omega Shenron fucking jacket. Wrecks both of them. Hits jaded on poor Madam President Chelsea Green. She leaves, and then the pyro goes off. And Chelsea's like, fucking pyro going off now. How dare you, Jade, do that to our president of the women's division? Come on now. What's wrong with you? Show some respect. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the women's locker room where Mommy, Rhea Ripley, and company, of her team, they're firing up Charlotte for her advantage match with Asuka. So we have the beautiful Alexa Bliss and Io, my third wife, Io Sky. They're there, and then they talk about Charlotte. You got this. You got, blah 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 with Asuka, and then Charlotte's like, "Yeah, I beat her before at WrestleMania. You bitch. I can't believe she won her." So now we're kind of rehashing WrestleMania 32, even though they fought many times. And Asuka's beaten Charlotte for the Smackdown title a couple years ago. I remember that. I marked the fuck out. But then Asuka lost the belt after that. Oy. I think she lost to Bianca. Who then lost to the Io. Ha! So I wasn't that mad. Because, one of my Asian wives lost the belt, getting it right back, so. It is what it is. And then AJ Lee comes in. That ass says, I don't want to protrude. But says, I know we're going to win the advantage. We're going to win Wargames. I'll make sure of it. And then, she leaves, and then they're all talking, and Lexi's like, I like her. I would love that tag team. That would be a mean as fuck tag team. Lexi, Lexi's like, woohoo, and then AJ's, we all know is cuckoo as well. I mean, when they get evil, they are evil. Like Kai and Tai. Evil. Indeed. So we get that. Moving on. Let's see what happens with that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get Jade. She got a problem with anyone who runs their mouths. Runs into Beefab, who she beat last week. With a little stare down that really didn't mean anything. They didn't say anything. And then Jade leaves, and then Mia Yim thinks something might have to be done about Jade. Yeah, like you're gonna do anything. Ha ha ha! That's why Mia Yim is still on the goddamn roster. She should have been released and went to AEW to be with Keith Lee, who we haven't seen in God knows how long. What is Keith Lee doing? Just staying at home, sitting on his ass, his fat ass. I know he had that heart problem. We know that. I understand that's one thing, but is he ever gonna come back? Because, we're saying the same thing about Adam Cole, baby, and people are saying, he may not ever come back. I know, never say never in the world of professional wrestling, but, Adam Cole has had more concussions than freaking Chris Benoit. Oh, did I say his name? And even Bryan Frankelson Danielson. But they came back. Well, one of them came back, that's Danielson. But Benoit had just, his brain was mush, and then he killed his fucking kid, and he killed Nancy Benoit. Come on now. Now he's burning in hell, where he belongs. But, I would love for Adam Cole baby to come back, maybe for one final run, if his brain can take it and he doesn't get hurt again. So I know it's up to Adam Cole baby. It's up to really Tony Khan too and the doctors if they'll clear him. I think that's the only hurdle that he has to really do is clear concussion protocol and medical protocol to get him back. But it depends on what storyline they give him. I say just let him come back, go after the TNT title, which he never really lost. Go after that or go for the world title. I mean, the day he comes back to AEW, I will fucking mark out. When that day comes, we don't know yet. That's that. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get to the quarterfinal match in the John Cena tournament. Eat like Drake, taking on The Miz. 11-minute match, wasn't that bad. But, pretty back and forth match. Eli hits a neck breaker for a near fall, and a superplex gets the same. Goes to the BFT. Miz escape. Miz hits the Miz DDT, or the Wizard of Oz. Gives him a near fall of his own. Eli fights back, goes up top, only to dive into the skull-crushing finale for a near fall. That was impressive. Impressive! Mr. Michael Mizanin. Most impressive! Thank you, Mr. Palpatine. Thank you, Emperor Palpatine. Thank you very much. Impressive. Alright, Miz then slaps on an STF, going with the John Cena theme. Eli makes it to the ropes to escape. Miz loads up another skull-crushing finale, but Eli reversed that into the BFT. 1, 2, 3, he advances into the semis where he will face probably Jey Uso on Monday Night Raw. Not that he's gonna win. I'll be shocked if he wins, because then he faces Walter. But would you rather see Walter versus Eli or Walter versus Jey? I'd go with Walter versus Jey. Because it'd be a better match than Walter versus Eli. We got that. Alright, this match was 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the man! Becky Lynch's team of her Lash Legend. Get shit done. Now she's married. She's engaged to Trick Williams. He got engaged on Thanksgiving. Congrats to them. Trick about to whoop that ass, if you know what I mean. On their honeymoon. Will we be wearing white? I know Lash will be wearing white. Oh. All over her. But I digress. Alright, so we got Becky, Lash, Nia, woo! Jax. And the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi! They're there, and Becky saying, follow my lead because I have a 100% win percentage at Wargames. And then she's like, you've never been in it. You are 0%. And then she goes, Asuka, you're at 8%. You're on the winning team, but we won't count that. And then Kairi. I'm like, really? You're not the best wrestler of all time. You're not the greatest female wrestler of all time. We all know that's Asuka. Stop thinking you are when you're not. Blah, 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 blah. And then the team says, we got this. Don't worry. We got it. We don't need you. And then Asuka talks about Charlotte's knee injury. She was out like, a whole year. And I will beat her. You get the advantage. Because I'm Asuka. And then they're like... And then she's like, dancey. And then Kairi's like, Asuka. It's the dancey. She's dancing. Oh, she's looking so good looking doing that. And then we hear, Kairi! Kairi is really playing into this part with Asuka yelling at her and everything. She loves it. But I think she's really playing a toxic freaking babyface. Or toxic semi-heel. Or tweener. Whatever. I think she's more toxic than fucking Asuka at this point. Like, shit. This is the best Kairi I've seen since Japan. Love it. I want more of it, Hunter. Give me what I want. Now put the belt on Kyrie. That'll make me really happy, Hunter. Right? Come on, do the head. Give me the head nod and the wink. Come on, you can do it. You did it for Issa. Come on now. Come on. You made them the tag team champions. That makes me happy. But, make one of them the women's champion. Oh, man. If Kyrie beat Jade Cargill, I would fucking explode in my pants. Asuka, too. But Asuka could beat Jade in her sleep. That's a story for another time. Alright, moving on with that. Alright, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get a video for the Survivor Series. With set to, my dad, Ozzy fucking Osbourne, and Judas Priest collaborating for the track. Even though they used Ozzy's parts, but they, the guitars were basically Judas Priest. And you get a little bit of back and forth between Rob Halford, the metal god, the painkiller, that guy, and Ozzy, of course. They have done collaborations before, Ozzy and Priest. Love it. Love it! Anyway, moving on with that. We get that. Alright, after that, we go to the back with, I think Kathy Kelly. The lovely, vivacious Kathy Kelly. Talks to the Tsar! The men's US champion, Ilya Dragunov. Talks about how he's ready for a Tama Tonga. Because I would assume that's going to be his next title match. But then, the Psycho Killer! Tommaso Ciampa comes in. He says, you pissed me off 4 weeks in a row, almost a month now. So last week, we took AK's mask. And next time, I'm going to take your title. And Dragunov gets right in his face and says, okay, jackass. And then he leaves. So did he get screwed again? I think he did. So I think we're going to get Ilya Dragunov against the resident gremlin, Tama Tonga. Yeah! Don't feed that bastard after midnight. Oh, God. We move on. That should be a good match. I have a feeling that Tama's going to win the title. If Ciampa wins, he's going to lose it really quick. So, I would say Gargano, imagine that. Imagine the guy that beat him for the NXT title back in the day wins the US title when Ciampa has it. But I think it's going to be Tama Tonga. We'll see. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Then we get to the women's advantage match. Charlotte and Asuka. I thought it was pretty good. Not like their WrestleMania 32 match. Or 33, whatever number it was. But pretty good for almost 11.5 minutes. They go to the outside. And Asuka loads up the blue Kool-Aid and tries to spray it in Charlotte's face, but Charlotte ducked, and the poor timekeeper got blue mist right in his or her face. Boy, sucks for you, dude. Charlotte knocks Asuka over the announcer's table. Down here, Michael Cole. Damn. And then rams Asuka face first into the table. Those are back in. I think she went up top and then dove right into the Asuka lock. She tried to do a WrestleMania 8 type pinfall where Roddy Piper won the Intercontinental title from Bret Hart. Tried to do that. Asuka kicked out of that. And then Charlotte hits natural selection. 1, 2, 3. So, Team AJ gets the advantage tonight in the Women's Wargames match, which should main event, not start. Put the men's match first. I hate saying that because of Roman and Brock. But I'm not the booker, so... If I was, I would book the men's first and put the women last. Just like... put Cena next to last. Actually... well, you got... yeah. Actually, I would start with the men, then go to Dom and Cena, then Stephanie for Kerr versus Nikki Bella as your cooldown match until the women's match. The Women's War Games match to end the show. That's what I would do. But, yeah. I'm just a almost 49-year-old schmuck from New York. But I got ideas. Hunter, Tony Khan, man, you know. You, Mr. Obari-san. Oh, Mr. Obari-san, thank you. Sang. Alright, move on. I book any promotion, or any indie fed, I would do great in, but it is what it is. Alright, so Charlotte wins, clean, surprisingly clean, but I digress on that. So, match was decent, 3 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, we get a video for the men's Wargames match, which has no fucking build. Come on, Roman and Brock, I mean, you're on the same fucking team. Not the same team, the opposite sides of the cage. Dude. We move on. Alright, then we get to a main event of Smackdown. Traditional Survivor Series match. 5-on-5. We have the MFTs of Solo Mibuki, Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, the Girls of Destiny, Hikuleo, Tala Tonga, and Jeff Cobb, JC Mateo. They take on Sammy Lame. Let's go! Sammy Lame, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, and Chris Sabin. Shinsuke Nakamura. And Rey Fenix. Decent match, not great. I've seen way better Survivor Series matches, but this one, near the end it got good, but it is what it is. So, the first elimination was Shinsuke, at 8.5 minutes of the match. Actually, no, take that back. Jason Mateo gets rolled up, easily by, who was it? I think it was, Chris Sabin rolled him up. So Jason Mateo was the first elimination. And then pretty much almost 2 minutes later, Tama Tonga hits the cutthroat on Shinsuke to eliminate him to tie it up at 4-on-4. And then Tonga Loa's Spade Buster gets a fast count on Rey Fenix. To get back up, a Hurricane Rana gives Rey Fenix the pin on Tonga Loa at 10 minutes of the match. And then Solo comes in, goes to a Samoan Spike, gets crossbody by Chris Sabin, which allows the Motor City Machine Guns to clean house. They go for Skull and Bones on Solo, but it gets broken up by Hikuleo. Chokeslams Alex Shelley on the apron. Ow! And then pins him, like, basically 2 minutes later. So, quick freaking pinfalls, because the match was almost like 15 minutes, 16 minutes total. Actually, no, how long was this? It was 30 minutes, because it was commercial free. It was 21 minutes, so we get that. Okay, so Alex Shelley gets taken out, so I think it was 3-on-3. And then a clothesline, basic fucking clothesline by Coolio, almost a clothesline from hell, turns Chris Sabin inside out 32 seconds later. So it was basically 3-on-2. So Sammy and Rey taking on Tama Tonga, Hikuleo, and Solo. Rey Fenix gets eliminated, then it's down to 3-on-1. Well, that's not good odds for Sammy. Sammy's all alone, starts with Hikuleo, sends him in the corner, and then Tama Tonga adds a big splash, but Sammy hits a quick hell of a kick to take him out. So now it's basically 2-on-1, a handicap match. Well, still a handicap match. Tala takes Sammy outside, misses a running boot. I think around the timekeeper's area. Sammy wins by count out, so Hikuleo's out. Then it's down to Solo and Sammy, which I thought it was going to be anyway. They had a pretty good, excuse me for a second. Choking on myself. I'm okay. Sometimes when you're talking and it goes down the wrong pipe. I'll get it back. Alright, we move on. Sorry about that. I'm losing my voice as it is. Because I'm yelling so much. So I'm so wired! Anyway, before I lost my voice and got it back, alright, so Sammy eliminates Hikuleo, that's down to Solo, and Sammy, I'm losing it, Solo got mad. It's not one, but two spinning solos and for near falls. Then a Superfly Splash gives Solo another near fall. Sammy manages a Sunset Flip Bomb for near fall his own. Hits the Exploder, goes for the hell of a kick, gets countered with a Super Kick. But Sammy came right back with a Blue Thunder Bomb, which he's won like 4 matches in his career with. Oh, on Smackdown WWE side. Never. I don't think he ever won it in PWG, or CCW, or IWA when he was with Steen, of course. I don't think he ever won with a Blue Thunder Bomb. I have to look at the tapes of the Kevin Steen tapes we've seen with him and Generico. Oh, epic matches. Anyway, so he hits the Blue Thunder Bomb for a very near fall. Solo gets right back up with a big, quick Samoan spike. 1, 2, 3, Solo Sikoa is the sole survivor, and the MFTs get the win in 21 minutes exactly to end the show. Well, kind of end the show, but match was pretty good. You know, Sammy doing his best Shawn Michaels 2003 impression and lost. Anyway, so MFTs get the win, Solo celebrating. And I thought the show was over, the credits start rolling. Then the lights go on. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? The lights just went out. I thought we fade to black. And then we see the Fireflies come out. And you know the Wyatts are somewhere. So we see them on the apron, Big Red, Eric Rowan, and they're still the tag team champions. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, along with creepy Nikki Cross. They're on the apron. Solo stares at them. Michael Cole's like, "Are we still on the air? Are we still on the air, Corey? What's going on here?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're on the air, Cole. You idiot! I wish we were off the air." You know. No, if I was Corey Slater, I'd be like, "I wish we were off. I can't see a goddamn thing in here." Is the Undertaker coming out? No. It's cold in here. Give me a hug, Cole. That sounded weird. Anyway, so we see them, and then Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas is behind Solo. Crowd sees it, and then boom, Sister Abigail to Solo to end the show. So I think we're coming out of Survivor Series. We're gonna get something with the Wyatts and the MFTs. Probably going into Saturday's main event, or going into the end of the year, I assume. But we get that. I really think that Tama is going to win the U.S. title. I would probably give the tag titles to either Coolio and JC Mateo, or you can do something maybe with the Girls of Destiny getting the belts back, or not getting them back per se, but getting the belts, or any combination with the MFTs to get the tag team belts off Dexter and Joe Gacy. I mean, but I think that's going to happen with the tag team belts, but eventually the Wyatts will win the feud. How long it takes, I don't know, but we get that. So that ends SmackDown officially, and it was like this. So I give it 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's it for SmackDown. Pretty much it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go record my my Survivor Series predictions on episode 94 of the Shadows Lair series, Shadows Lair 2.0 series. And that's it. Get ready for a big night of action at the Survivor Series at Petco Park. Wargames coming your way. Should be great. We'll talk about Wargames tomorrow, as well as Dynamite Collision and Ring of Honor. Lots to do tomorrow. Before we get to the Niners game tomorrow, because they're facing the Browns at 1 o'clock. I don't even know that game's on TV. Let me see. Let me go to my guide on the Rich Man's Cable before I do anything. Get off the price. Hey, Bob Barker! The legend, Bob Barker. With his hot models guy, and, Let's see here. Oh, it's like, what the hell? Anyway, let's see what game is on tomorrow for the, I know the Jets play tomorrow. Oh, no. Texans and the Colts. That might be good. I think the Jets play... The Bills and the Steelers are at 4:30, so I think the Jets are the 1 o'clock game. So no Niners game tomorrow, unless you have the Niners app, or Red Zone, or Niners TV, like I do. So, because, you know, I got the NFL Network, I got Red Zone, I got the Niners app on my ancient as fuck computer, because I can't call it the rich man's computer anymore, because it's ancient now. But yeah, the Jets are playing the Falcons at home at Jet Life Stadium, and then there's no 4:30 game except for the Bills and Steelers, which would be pretty damn good. And then the night game, which wrong way. The night game is the Broncos and the Commanders. That could be good. So decent football games tomorrow. In week 13 of the NFL. You know what they play? For pay. We got that. Hey, the Rangers won yesterday. Hey, what's going on with the Rangers? 6-2 win in Boston. Fuck the Bruins, by the way. Fuck them. Played today against the Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa. I don't even know if they won. I didn't watch the game. But, some fan you are. Hey, if I can watch the game, I can. Sometimes I forget. I even know they're on sometimes. I don't have the schedule in front of me. But it is what it is. We get that. But yeah, Rangers are doing, kind of up and down start to the season. First month in. Almost 2 months in, really. Getting into December now, which statistically they suck in. Pretty much December, January, and then they kind of kick it into gear after the All-Star break to get a playoff run. But, they're doing okay. I'm not worried right now. Why were they worried right now? The fucking Devils are red hot. Well, no pun intended, but, they're just red hot right now. I would hate to face the Devils right now. Maybe the Icelanders, too. But, once again, how is the fucking Utah hockey team, now they're known as the Utah Mammoth, nice name, they beat the Rangers, I think, for the second year in a row. Like, what? Huh? How's that work? How can you not beat a rookie fucking team? That pisses me off, man. You go to Utah, fucking Mormon country, and face the Mammoth. Not Mammoth Van Halen, but, great man. By the way, to Mr. Wolfgang Van Halen is dealing with some kidney stones. Oh, those are not fun. I never had them. Thank the Lord I never had them. Now I'm probably going to get them, watch. I jinxed myself. So, yeah, Wolfgang got kidney stones while on tour, so he had to take some time off tour to kind of pass those stones and shit. Sometimes they take days and weeks to pass. And you're in pain. It feels like, for the guys, that's basically having your period. It hurts like hell. I don't know from experience, I never had it. I mean, I've had really bad, stomach pain. Not to the point, I have stones in my boop. But, I know I'm talking TMI, but I don't care. But I know people that had them. My dad's had them a few times. I had friends that have had them. One of my friends from college, she had it, twice in the same year. I was like, damn. And she was in the hospital, twice, 3 times. Thankfully, I don't think Rosa ever had them. But, it hurts. It feels like you got shot in the kidney. I don't know how you even get it sometimes, but it hurts. It feels like someone punched you right in the, like a kidney shot. Like in boxing, don't hit the kidney, boom, oh! Feels like you got shot in the kidney, basically. Not fun. It's not fun. But, you know, you go to the hospital and you have to finally pass it. You pass it and you have all the ice cream you want. No. Sometimes it's a good thing to get, and sometimes it's really bad because you have the pain. The pain is a bad thing. Good thing is you get ice cream. I remember my dad had it. He was in the hospital. I went to see him. I was like, did you eat anything? Oh, I had a whole bunch of ice cream. I'm like, damn, now I want it. Not the ice cream, you know. Well, the ice cream, yes, but, you know. I want a kidney stone, too. But, you know. But in any case, if you ever had kidney stones, I feel your pain, literally. But, you know, it's not fun. But, yeah. So, Wolfgang, please, you know, get better. We're praying for you. You'll be back on that stage, playing that electric twanger like your dad did. Eddie! No, not you, Eddie, from Stranger Things. You go over there. Oh, man, the start of Stranger Things Season 5 is just... Oh! That's a good show. If you haven't seen the first episode yet of Season 5, you are missing out. Season 4 was good with Eddie and the whole Metallica thing when they're playing Master of Puppets. Fucking great. And still, well, I won't say. Because if you haven't seen Season 4, what's wrong with you? But we all remember Eddie! Not Eddie Van Halen, but Eddie from Stranger Things. Or Eddie from Iron Maiden, too. That's a great guy. Eddie! Eddie comes out, they're playing Power Slave, or, you know, maybe Stranger in a Strange Land, or Run to the Hills. Something like that. Good stuff. I used to hate Iron Maiden. I'll be honest with you. I used to hate Iron Maiden. The whole thing with Sharon, and then the whole egg incident back at Ozfest. I forgot what year, but I was like, fuck Iron Maiden. You know, fuck Bruce Dickinson. Fuck Eddie. Fuck Iron Maiden. Then I just came to the realization to kick ass. besides liking Run to the Hills and The Trooper, that's it. Those are the only two songs I actually do like. But now I'm getting back into the catalog. It's like amazing. I forgot. I don't think I did. I should have, but when I went to that concert, they played Phantom of the Opera. Oh, that's a banger! I was like, what the fuck is this? How am I missing this song? Ah! I'm gonna put that on my fucking community tab. Shit, that's a banger of a song. Not the video. I wish I took the video of that song, but I'm gonna actually put the video on my page. If you haven't seen it, just look it up anyway. But holy shit, that's a banger. Not the theater, the theater version of the great fucking Broadway hit Phantom of the Opera. But the song by Iron Maiden just... I would love for somebody to metalify that even more. I don't know, I have to look that up. Imagine that was metalify, somebody covered it. Like, and it was good. You know how covers are. Some are good, some are bad. Motley Crue. Oh, I watched, our good buddy, no, not our good buddy, because I don't like that fucking guy. MGK, remember when he did aerials on the Howard Stern show and how bad that was? And he got vilified for that? Well, he came out another one, I don't know if it came out recently, or it came out years ago. He covered Numb by Linkin Park, the Chester Bennington era. And acoustically, too. It sounds dreadful. Dreadful. MGK is not a fucking rocker. He's a rapper. He sucks too. Another mumble rapper trying to get into the rock game. Ha! You lost, bitch! Stick to... Well, I don't even think he's still with her. Stick to banging Megan Fox if you're still with her. If not, you're fucked. Just get fucked. And all you MGK fans, you can get fucked too. I don't like the guy. Never did. Never got into him. I love when he got powerbombed off the stage by Kevin Steen. That made me happy. That made me happy. Should have injured the fucking guy. But it's still what it is. But, because he sucks. All these mumble rappers now suck, too. It's all about metal. If it ain't metal, it's crap! Pretty much. I mean, except for pop. There's certain pop artists that I do like. Like, you know, I love pop. I love 80s. I love pop. You know, can't go wrong with Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Duran Duran, or Duran Duran. Tears for Fears, and all those 80s bands. 80s are the greatest decade ever. You can't debate me on it. You cannot. Oh, the 90s were great. Yeah, some parts were great. The grunge era, yeah, that was pretty decent because it kinda killed metal, but then metal was still around. It came back after Kurt Cobain shot himself. I think if he didn't shoot himself, I don't think we'd be getting bands like Linkin Park or Nickelback or Creed, or even In This Moment, or this great band with this lassie, New Year's Day. Hi, Wash, sorry. Running joke. But that's it. Anyway, minus all that. But yeah, if grunge was still around today, metal might not be on the charts that much. I think, like, we'll be seeing a lot of Nirvana collaborations we're supposed to do one with Michael Stipe, REM, and that never materialized. That would have been a great collab, though. Who knew? Maybe, you know, if the gods will allow it, Ozzy could have done something with Kurt Cobain. Probably be no Foo Fighters. Probably not. I don't think Dave Grohl would have did something on the side, you know, when Nirvana was taking a break. And how big is Foo Fighters still is, kind of. But, you know, losing Taylor, the drummer, just hurts. That hurt. But still kicking ass with the son on drums half the time. But it is what it is. Alright, that's it. I'm going to get to my predictions video because we're about an hour away from Survivor Series. I do have to run out for a little bit after that because I have to get some din-din for me and the missus. And that's pretty much it. So I am out of here. So Smackdown, the go-home show, was garbage. 6.25 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down below in the comment section. And as Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about it if you want. And that's pretty much it. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Once again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers on the Peter Joseph channel. And now, let's try to get this channel up a little bit to 1,300, maybe 1,500 by next year. We'll see. Or a year or two. It'll take probably like 5 years, but who else? But hopefully we get started on this channel to get to around 1,300, maybe 1,400, maybe 1,500. We'll see. But little baby steps. We're taking baby steps right now. Hopefully we're taking big, huge steps here and there. Also on the rank channel is almost at 750 right now. I think we'll hit that maybe as we start December. I don't think we'll get to 800 by the end of the year. It'd be nice, but I think we'll get maybe three-quarters. I think we'll get three-quarters of the way to 800 subscribers on the rank channel. Another one that should be at 1,000. Even Metal Guy, too. But, you know, slow but steady, we'll get there. And if it takes another 3, 5, 10, 15 years, we'll get there. To 1,000 subscribers. But that's that. And, even if the Shadowslayer channel has 24 subs, it's a throwaway channel anyway, so I might get rid of it. I may not. I don't know. But I have some good videos on that channel has gotten like a couple hundred I wish 100 subs, 100 views. But you know, it's just my brain forgetting my own password. I should have put it on two-step verification. I forgot. Sorry. Damn. Like Peanut would say, damn. Anyway. No. Maybe eventually we'll get to 100 subscribers on the Shadowslayer 2.0 channel. Maybe we'll scrap it and I'll just have, you know, 4 main channels. We'll see. I'll think about it as we get into next year. But I want to get to at least 100 videos. Probably by next year anyway with that. But episode 94 coming up. So check that out. So we got a triple threat tonight. And then triple threat tomorrow. So lots of videos. Hit that bell so you don't miss anything. Because if you do, well, you're SOL. You know what that means. And, we got that. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Peace. Bitches.